people into a false sense of security if you think that you're cancer-free, quote, because you have a negative test on a test that doesn't have good specificity. So what's different about mutations is that mutations do not occur in normal people. When our cells divide, we have really super amounts of proofreading that goes on when a cell divides into two cells. The proofreading over 3 billion base pairs is like super good. So as we age and as we accumulate small errors here and there, but they're very random. They're like all over the place. Cancer mutates a lot of cells in one specific spot. That's why you can detect it in blood. And that's what that company Grail is all about. And now this is...
So this would replace the CA-125?
Oh, it wouldn't even, it's not even in the same
category?
I mean, it's really not. I suggest, just out of curiosity, just look a little bit about Grail.
Okay.
They just got $900 million investment in their Series B.
Wow.
$900 million a year ago. So they're asking now for another $1.2 billion to do gigantic clinical studies on this.
Wow.
So this is all going on behind the scenes. Bill Gates is involved, Google Ventures.
Wow.
Jeff Bezos invests in that company, of Amazon. So that's a huge undercurrent behind mutation testing, which will have to be kind of validated by big companies. It'll have to be because it's so expensive.
So once they are successful in their R&D, they'll take over the market of NGS?
Now, here's the thing. In 2014, the Supreme Court ruled that you cannot own sequences. You can't own DNA sequences. And that's BRCA. You guys know BRCA. The Angelina Jolie had a breast like...
Yeah,
BRCA. So BRCA was owned by a company in Utah called Myriad. Myriad did not allow anybody to do BRCA testing except them. And so I think 80% of their revenue was based on BRCA testing. And then another company challenged them and said, this is DNA. You can't own DNA.
Right.
And that was mid-2014. The Supreme Court said, yeah, that's right, you can't own it. So whatever is discovered by the big companies is territory for other companies to make tests on, because you can't own it anymore. And up until then, you could own human sequences. You can't anymore. The Supreme Court said no.
You can take one part of it with your product. You cannot own the whole sequence.
It's almost like a patent then, kind of, huh?
So our technology is similar to Grail?
Grail is, so what Grail is going to find out, and what other people are already trying, I mean, a lot of companies are doing this, there's a huge effort behind this, is they're basically trying to see which mutations do I look for, or which ones are actually the common ones early on, because there's certain mutations that happen at different stages in cancer, and you want to look for the ones that happen early, and then how many of those that you have to do in order to make a screening test.
I see.
But it comes down to looking for a mutant. And that's NGS versus PCR. It's the same thing. It's the same mutant you're looking for. So if it's 10 mutants you're looking for, if it's 50 mutants you're looking for, PCR can probably do inexpensively around 50 mutants. That's a lot. NGS can do thousands, but I haven't seen anything yet that says you need thousands. I mean, there's no literature that says you need thousands of anything to do like an accurate mutational profile. It's just that NGS collects it all anyway, because the way that technology works, it just collects all of it anyway. I mean, even if you don't want it, it's collecting it. So when they say I'm collecting all these things, it's like, well, okay, you're collecting stuff that nobody's interested in, but you're collecting it anyway. But whereas PCR focuses on that one piece.
Now let me ask you about Grail. Grail is a company that's going to do detections.
Early
what about
detection.
here? What about treatment?
Yeah.
Are they into that too, or just detection?
I think in this business, you can have to detect what we have first before they can study, and now we can go to treatment. You know what I mean? Any disease, you have to find out what stage you're in first before now they can figure out how to treat you. You get more effectively if you know what you got into, how early you stay. So that technology, the minute they can find out what they can get, they can do into treatment. I think that's an issue. You know what I mean?
So right now on the table, right now at this time, we can do HIV testing, we can do HPV,
STD,
STD,
chlamydia, gonorrhea,
and then
Zika virus, and
KRAS,
KRAS,
oncology, EGFR, we're finishing up,
EGFR,
BRAF,
and BRAF.
and then HPV is coming up now. But
Yeah.
some of these tests are actually like EGFR, there's around 30 tests.
Wow.
In that one test.
What is
So for
EGFR?
KRAS, it's a
Yeah,
gene
lung
that's in
cancer.
lung cancer. So
Yeah,
lung
lung
Okay.
cancer, yeah.
So
Lung
like
cancer
mesothelioma
is
type
odd.
of
You
stuff
can
like that?
It, it's yeah.
mutant.
I mean,
But
it's
there are
spontaneous.
four of them
mutants.
very
Yeah.
dangerous. Let's say EGFR, four of them. Yeah,
Wow.
one is
That's a lot of
we have,
tests.
TBI.
the best
Yeah.
way we can when we talk to other side,
Mhm.
need to find out what their market is.
Yeah.
HIV.
You know what I mean? And then we can distribute because we can offer them, oh, this is what I have.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's not gonna be accurate because we want to penetrate. Okay, what the high demand they have right now.
Right.
We give them what they want, not what we offer them.
Mm.
So we sell better.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's
Find
say
their
go
demand.
Thailand. Talking to me, say, hey,
Mm.
look at data last year. How much you use on all the tests? So now, oh yeah, you did this a month. We can distribute the most here. Until we say, oh, this is what I have. You know what I mean? It's hard to convince them to buy something they don't need it yet and
Yeah.
distribute the market.
Right.
But if they have something in high demand, we focus on that only.
Okay.
Mm.
Which
Okay.
HIV is a high demand.
You know what I mean?
I demand.
Right? If we know they short in that
HPV,
area,
yeah.
we push that product out faster.
Yeah.
You know?
What about like bacterial tests, like bacterial vaginosis and things like that? Because that's something, because their sex trade is
Yeah,
so high
trick,
over there.
trick, right?
Yeah,
So
trichinosis.
we have not developed a test for that yet,
Uh-huh.
and I'm not sure. So what we would want to do to follow up chlamydia, gonorrhea, because that's the ones we do have. I've looked at syphilis and I know about trick,
Yeah.
but I don't-
Syphilis is not very prevalent these
You know
days,
what?
right?
There's
Nice and
actually
nice.
syphilis testing is not that common.
Right, yeah.
I hardly
yeah.
ever hear about
No,
syphilis
I know
testing.
that it's not really relevant
Oh,
anymore.
okay, so
Back in the
thank you.
1920s, it was
Thank you.
very,
Okay, so
very.
that accounts for why.
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
hear of syphilis testing.
But
chlamydia, gonorrhea all the time.
yeah.
And then HPV all the time.
Mhm.
And trick is kind of maybe in that category
It's getting
too.
there, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
getting there. But I'm
Um,
talking like for women health, like bacterial vaginosis, yeast infection, things like that. That's a high
Yeast
demand.
infection.
They have a high demand.
Yeah.
That yeast is more of a fungus, but still, the testing is very high because women go in there